I'm Mo Rocca, and I'm excited to announce Season 4 of my podcast, Mobituaries. I've got a whole new bunch of stories to share with you about the most fascinating people and things who are no longer with us. From famous figures who died on the very same day, to the things I wish would die, like buffets. All that and much more. Listen to Mobituaries with Mo Rocca wherever you get your podcasts.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, gonna be venting a little bit. Got some things on my mind and heart that I want to let out and things, and maybe hopefully go and give myself the answers, but if not, hopefully somebody will hear this episode and possibly give me some answers. But anyways, no, I wanted to overall talk on just pretty much, where I'm at currently mentally and stuff. And, just let y'all know that life is tough right now. Like, if anybody, and the thing is this, like, I don't want to, worry people. I don't want people to feel, concerned or, be messaging me all the time thinking, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm not going to do anything crazy. All right, trust me on that. I want to live my life all the way out to when I'm an old man, and just be chilling and stuff. So there's still so much in life that I want to do. So y'all ain't got, but that's the thing though, where it's I know people will hear me say this, but they still will feel worried. So I'm even if you have that second, trust me, I will be fine. All right. But it's just, man, it's tough, when you just see certain things, because so where I'm at mentally, all right, so actually let me backtrack, because I feel like if you guys are kind of new to hearing me talk about depression and being sad and all that stuff, to kind of give y'all a little bit of a backstory. So a few years back, I really went through it. Got rejected by somebody I considered a close friend. And it just left me, in a world, pretty much in a old but new world where now I can't, really trust people anymore. I can't trust situations. I can't have, I have some sort of anxiety. And I don't know whether it's, commitment anxiety. Well, no, I don't think it's commitment anxiety, because I'm no, I'm ready to be committed, or committing to. Is that the proper word? Look, bruh, I don't know. All right, where my mind is at right now, English ain't there either. So, but anyways, but no, it's just something where I have this anxiety to where things just really bother me, and it has me think a lot, and it has me, just overall, and just in a mindset where it's before 2020 wasn't in this mindset. The mindset that I was in, I wish it might not been the mindset that I wanted to be at, but I just wish that I was at that mindset instead of the mindset that I'm in now, where it's I'm just sitting around, because I'm trying to think, I don't think not as much. It probably had a lot to do with that fact that I'm maybe I just need to do that, just put more time into, content creating. But I think because I work so much, and it was doing the job in Seattle, and then coming home and just doing content creating stuff. I didn't have time to sit around and be depressed. I think I had my moments, but other than that, it was I had so much going on to where it was just, I just didn't have time. And I feel now it really now just me being a full-time content creator, it's really settled down with me and stuff to where it just, I find myself doing that more than actually working on content. And I'm I just want to be that person where I was just working on content, because the funny thing is I always talk about, how it was back in 2015, 2016. And I try to be that person, but I'm I can't be that person with this current mindset. I want to be in the right mindset to where I was that person where it was you couldn't bring me away from content creating. I was making it happen regardless of what I had and what I was capable of. I was making it happen regardless. And man, I miss that time. But the thing is, I then got older and stuff, and more things has happened to me, and I've had a new experience on life. And yeah, it's just, it it puts me in the mindset like currently right now. It's just I wish I wasn't in this like depression, or depressing mood and stuff. Like I just wish I would feel better, and and I'm telling you, like when I say that I'm a work in progress, like it's like, bro, I must have been like I'm like right now I must be like in the early development stages, because man, I'm telling you, it gets tough. But overall though, like I guess if I can kind of try to dissect or tell you guys a little bit more about why is it that you're so sad and depressed. And it's like, to explain to you guys, so yeah, a few years back, the whole rejection thing, it's still something that sits on my mind. And I'm like, and the thing is, like, I sit down, I think about it, and I'm like, why am I so sad and depressed? And I'm like, and this person that rejected me, they're probably living their happiest life right now. And I'm like, why am I not doing that? And it's like, they shouldn't have to be there in order for me to do that, And man, it's so crazy, it's just something where I'm like, dang, can I just feel better? And then recently, I got back into, like the dating apps and stuff. And yeah, I guess in a way I did kind of start, I'm going to say kind of, cause it ain't like we talking every day and stuff. Like it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's just, whenever I guess they, see the message, then they respond. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just, I want to say that, relationships could potentially work for me, but at the same time, I have this like sitting in the back of my head where it's like, I just think that me, like, as a person, like, I'm cursed when it comes to like, trying to be in a relationship and stuff. Cause I'm like, dang, bro, like it just, and then there's like another thing where it's like, okay, cause I was like kind of, trying to get involved with one girl, but then she ended up, showing that she was in a relationship. And I'm like, all right, well, dang. So, and I'm like, and honestly, I thought it could have worked. I was like, I really was going to give it like some, thought and attention, but yeah, it just seems like that's my life, where it's like, I either get rejected by a single girl, or if I end up finding out that the girl's in a relationship. And I'm like, fam, what is the issue? Then the one time where something could have potentially worked out, that girl don't even want to talk to me no more. So it's like, it's just weird. It's so weird where it's like you think stuff is going to work out and then it doesn't. And you're like, fam, what is going on? Like, what did and that's another thing. I was like, I sit down and I think a lot, but it's another thing that I sit down and think about. It's like, what did I do to deserve this lifestyle? Cause I'm like, man, whatever it is, I'm like, or if I have like did something to somebody, I'm like, fam, like, let me find out where this person, I feel like the wrong people are going to hear this and they're going to like, it's probably no, if it's anything content creating real, I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about no YouTube videos. So I'm not hearing that at all, because I'm like, this has been my whole life. This hasn't just been ever since I got into content creating and stuff. So yeah, I'm not hearing that. All right, I'm like, if it is anybody from content creating, I'm like, what I gotta say to them is like, suck it up and stop listening to my podcast episodes. But anyways, that's another thing where it's like, I come out and I talk about these things and I'm like, I just know it's going to get to a point in time where it's like, people are going to, once again, like me talking on my personal issues, somebody's going to try to use it against me like before and try to make it seem like I'm in the wrong for, feeling the way that I felt. And I'm like, it's just, I shouldn't talk about it, but it's one of those things where it's like, if I don't talk about it, then it's just going to really bother me and stuff. But so I have to talk about it and things. But anyways, but yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, I wish like I could just start feeling better right now. And it won't work. And I'm like, and as much as I pray on it, as much as I feel like I need to pray more on it and things. But yeah, it's just the more I just like sit around, I'm like, and the thing is that what I'll try to do is start recording videos, and then I just find myself where I'm like, I don't want to record videos. I'll sit there with like all my stuff on, like I'll be sitting here like all geared up, like getting ready to like seem like I'm about to, go back into them old ways where I'm recording like 30 videos a day. And then I just sit here and I just be on my phone and I just be doing like random stuff. Like I don't be out like actually working. And I'm like, at times I have to force myself to do something, because I'm like, if I don't, cause like fam, I like exercising, it just doesn't, like I guess like maybe if I lift and it does a little bit of like, helping. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to lift more. Maybe I need to do content creating stuff more. And I'm like, and the thing is, it's just, I don't want it to get to a point where I like overwork myself and I find myself having a medical emergency because I'm trying to, shake it. Then I feel like it's just going to be 10 times worse. So it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, it's just one of those things where it's just my mind is all over the place. Like, I had a friend not too long ago, try to like give me some encouraging words. And at the time being, like I was following, I was listening to it and stuff, and then eventually just here I am, right back in the same spot. And so yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that I'm dealing with. And I'm like, I wish it was just, stuff would change. And I'm like, man, I don't, and I try to like change, I guess, like my surroundings and thinking like that's going to help, but that don't work. And it's like, it just seems like nothing works. And I'm like, I just don't know who's praying against me, but I'm like, fam, okay, you got it. You won. Like, you can chill out now and stuff. But if that's not the case, I'm like, and it's just, I don't know, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I try to, the thing is like, is this, and it's like, I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to like, not think bad, and I'm trying to like, because the thing is this, like, with this individual that did reject me a few years back, it's like, it's kind of like on and like, at one point we were, because we, like I said, we were good friends and we talked all the time, and it just gets to a point where it's like, I don't want to talk with them. Like, I don't want to be associated with them, none of that. Like, it's weird saying that, because I'm like, I still consider them a close friend, and I'm like, I don't know, like, the thing is, like, I don't know whether I should cut them off or if I, try to just continue being their friend, because it's like, I don't want to cut them off and then, be sitting down thinking like, okay, well, what are they doing now? Well, what are they doing? It's like, I feel like it ain't even going to be a legitimate cutoff. So that's why I'm like, I don't know whether to do that or not. Cause it's going to most likely be on some stuff where it's like, okay, I do that and I find myself in a position like how I was, years back, where I'm crying and I'm like, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to cry no more. I don't want to be sad no more. I don't want to be depressed anymore. I'm like, I just want to, just have a good life. So it's like, yeah, like I said, right now, a lot is going on. Mentally, a lot is going on. And I wish that it wasn't. I'm like, I wish I can, just look up and just be in a nice house that I be imagining and stuff. Have the nice, multi-car garage. Just have, like, be in a good financial state. Have like a good, successful content creating career. It's like, you want these things, but then you find yourself in the same spot that you was at like years ago. And I'm like, I don't want to be in this spot no more. So, and the thing is this, like, and that's something that I feel like it was kind of like a premonition. Like, I feel like that's what it kind of is. It's like, I always imagine myself, and I have been imagining myself like this for years, where it's like, okay, I am going to have that nice house. I am going to be in a better position, but I still feel like where I am at right now mentally is going to be where I am at. And I don't know, maybe it's just, maybe I haven't fully seen, where that part of my life is at. Like, I haven't seen like the full moment, but I just like, I always just see myself like just kind of sitting on a balcony just alone. Like, I ain't got nobody. Like, and that's something that's like another thing that I think of, where it's like, I know I'm going to get to that point, but I just see myself just being alone, where it's like, I'm not going to have nobody. And the thing is, like, I always say, like, you don't need people in your life where it's like, to that extent, like, obviously have friends, family, and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I'm like, I do feel like that, everybody needs somebody, and I feel like I ain't got nobody. I feel like if it came down to it, where everybody has somebody, and it's like, it's gonna kind of be like one of those, like, them class projects where it's like everybody got a partner, and then I'm just kind of sitting there and like, well, dang, like, it ain't gonna be on no stuff where it's like, oh, okay, just, pair up with somebody that's already a partner. Like, I feel like, no, I'm just gonna be, there by myself, because it's like, the other day I was at my, it was a like childhood friend of mine's, close friend of mine. I was at his kid's, like, birthday party. And I just, I felt like out of place. Like, and that's how, honestly, I feel like that everywhere. I think I said that before, but I was like, yeah, just recently, being at this friend's get together, I felt out of place. And it wasn't like as soon as I got there, but at some point in time, I was like, I just want to go back home. I'm like, and the thing is, like, and then it's like, okay, I'm going to come back home and I'm going to feel alone here. So I'm like, okay, where can I go to where I feel something? Like, and it's weird right now. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I just wish, things would get better and stuff. But I guess, like, at the time being, I'm like, yeah, just going to have to sit here and, yeah, just, struggle pretty much. But anyways, I'm probably am going to do a part 2 because I'm like, nah, I need to stream. I was like, I would be streaming right now, but I'm like, nah, I felt like I just need to get this off my chest. So I don't know. I'm like, I just need to, I guess just keep working, just keep doing my thing, and hopefully something changed at some point in time. But anyways, yeah, that being said, talk to y'all later. Peace.